Hey guys, it's JC's Reborn Journey here. So, I wanted to do a simulation of, to kind of help people, with organization and cleaning. And I thought that because I know how to organize and clean, that for those that don't, maybe this could be helpful. So, I've been doing some pictures on Facebook, but honestly, the best kind of advice or any kind of anything that someone can give is an actual video. I know that videos are do things 10 times bigger, explain things so much more. So in this video, I'm actually going to do a simulation and show some tips on how to make a stressful situation much easier. And I'm going to do another video on the things that I've been doing this week and show you around the house a little bit and show you what I've done. So, I may have to do that tomorrow because it's too dark in the hallway and stuff, but I can show you a little bit about what I've done so far. And maybe I'll get some more stuff done before that happens. But I think that might be helpful. So in this video, I'm going to just show you some stuff and talk to you a little bit about some helpful tips. So, in here I simulated a bedroom with a bunch of crap on the floor. And you come home and let's just think of this as a lot of times we think this is a teenage bedroom, but in fact a lot of adults end up collecting too much clutter, and over the years they don't throw things away and things get overwhelming and end up on the floor, or it's hard to walk around and stuff like that. So but then they want to clean, but things get so overwhelming, they end up not cleaning. So I just took a couple of little things to kind of help in this video to guide us. So the first thing you do to make it less stressful is grab a box and grab a bag. The bag will be for trash, and the box is going to be for everything else. Don't really think too much about it, what you want to keep and what you don't want to keep. You just want to grab everything. So I'm going to show you how fast this can be. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're just going to pick up everything. Okay, we know this is trash. This is trash. We're going to put it in the bag. This is trash. This we're going to keep. We know this is trash. This is trash. And everything just goes in the box or whatever you have that's big enough. Trash. Candy that you forgot to eat. In my case, I didn't forget to eat it. And look at that. Everything is all nice and neat. Okay? Now you have a clean floor. Now I know that this was just a simulation, and that there's probably a lot more stuff in people's stuff, but this is just a demonstration. So I know that it's going to take you a lot more, but the idea is get all your stuff into boxes, whether you'd like to organize it to start with, meaning put all your clothes into one. If you're a girl, put all your makeup or stuff like that in another. If it's like paper or markers, some people have markers. different kinds of stuff, maybe small little items, put them in a different box so it doesn't get lost inside the clothes. So now you can take this box that you've done, and you might have boxes and boxes and boxes, but now what you can do is you can stack all the boxes and put them in the sections over there. Okay? You get all the boxes, however many boxes that you have, and you line them up in a corner out of the way. So now you can live, you can breathe, you can walk around, and you don't feel so cluttered. Okay? Now, it's really up to you whether or not to fold the clothes, because it really depends. So, like, you might have to have an extra box. Dirty clothes go into one box. Clean clothes go into another box. So obviously you'd want to fold those clothes or have those already folded and in those boxes. And then the dirty clothes, you can either have a dirty bag or a dirty something, and then you put that stuff inside. Obviously you want to go and get those washed. So you can put your dirty laundry, make sure it's in a bag and out of the way. If you'd like to take a little bit more time and organize it by color, if that's what you want to do, socks, however you do your laundry, make sure you have a couple of bags. And the easiest thing to do is just go over to the dollar store, get a couple of laundry bags. For $5 you can get 5 of them, alright? So it's really easy and quick and simple and stress-free. If you're a person that has dirty clothes all over the place. So it really depends on the person. I'm not somebody that has dirty clothes all over the place because I don't wear that many clothes. It just happens to be I don't do that. But I don't wear a lot of clothes. So it really depends. So I just happen to put everything in here, but markers could maybe go in a separate section. Like markers and like this stuff could have went into a separate thing. If you had maybe one of these, you could have put your markers, pens, stuff like that into one of those so you didn't lose them. But like I said, just grab your box with your markers, pens, pencils. Like, you want to have like office stuff in one box. You get the point. So now, after everything is clean and organized, what you're going to do is you're going to not think about those boxes. Okay? Those boxes are out of your way. So now they're out of my way, and I am going to clean. So, the best time to clean, let's remake our bed, fix our bed, put new sheets on, all that good stuff. If you can get to your cleaning the windows and that's what you want to do, great. Get all the cobwebs and all that stuff, clean your whatevers, and great. Vacuum. Okay, when you're done doing your boxes, re-vacuum underneath the boxes. But right now, just vacuum where you can. It's fine. But at least you'll feel good. Then the last thing you will do is any countertop, anything that you have on the top, just wash it. Windex, whatever, however you need to do, whatever you have, just wash it down, make it look nice, make everything look nice. Now, a lot of times people have a bunch of stuff on top of those things. Again, take a little box, grab all that stuff, and throw it in a box. Put that next to that if that's where you want to put it back. But this way, it gives you a chance to buy some organizers for that little section. It gives you a chance to think about what you want to do with your room. Same thing with kitchens, any kind of room, really. This is the easiest way to do it. Now, a lot of times what I got to do is I got to move stuff from one room to another room to another room to another room in order to clean one room. But then I just keep going back and forth from one room to another room to another room to another room until every room is basically completed. but I'm trying to teach you how to organize one room in detail. Okay? So now what you want to do is you're going to spend now a week going through all those boxes. Not all at once, at your convenience. Don't stress yourself out. But now that your room is clean, you're going to want to do this. Okay? Now before you go through those boxes, make sure you go through every single drawer and your closet. Is there anything you can donate? What are you not wearing anymore? What can I get rid of? So those are your main things that you have to think about. Let's get rid of some stuff. Because there's no way that you're going to be able to put all that stuff back and have all that stuff and bring new stuff in if you want to buy new stuff if stuff isn't already there. You also have to think about what kind of organizers will I like to buy for my closet, what kind of room do I have, what kind of, how much room do I have for stuff, and then that way you'll know how much stuff you really should keep, and, if you want to buy more stuff, and then maybe you should get rid of a little bit more stuff so more stuff can come in, okay? Maybe you want to get yourself a nice little shoe rack, a couple little organizers. Maybe there's a better way to do your clothes in your drawers. Now, it really depends on the clothes, but I can show you a little trick, what I do for the baby clothes. So, there's a couple of little ways you can do it. You can do the same thing with big adult clothes. You have this way, where you can see everything nice and neat. You have this way right here, where you fold and roll. And that gives you the most amount of room, is the rolling. But some things come out wrinkled, so it really depends on what you want to do. Socks. I usually have Dennis's socks this way, but I usually roll my socks like a normal person. But he doesn't like his rolled, so I don't. And that's all I can really tell you. I roll all the baby's clothes. And, you can fit a lot more stuff in there. So you can do the same thing with adult clothing. It depends if you're, if you don't care, if it gets, there's some things you can't do that with, and then there's other things you can, and it may not ruin the clothes, may not, get the clothes, as bad. I don't know if, and especially with pants wouldn't be as big of a deal, and you could probably get a lot more pants in your drawer, unless you want to hang things up. Now, that's the other thing too. They have for hangers, they have a 5, pant hanger, where you can put 5 pairs of pants on one hanger, and same thing with shirts. So look into those as well. It saves you a ton of room, and they really work, and I'm telling you this from an organizer. It really works. I do it with the baby stuff, and I really need to do it with my stuff. Yeah. So that also helps. So now everything is clean, and you've already organized you already went through all your stuff in the drawers, in the closet. You bought some organizers. You're good to go. All right. Now you can go through the boxes. Now, the sooner you get these things done, the sooner you can go, the boxes, you can go, have the stuff that's in the boxes. So, you can go at any pace you want to go. It's just you won't have the stuff that's in the boxes until you're completed. But it's important to have the stuff that you need and organized in order to do so. Now, the same thing, you can do this with the nursery. This helps with the nursery. And a lot of people just get overwhelmed and can't handle this. But I hope that this was helpful and gets people to want to enjoy cleaning. So there's a couple of things that you can do to enjoy your cleaning a little better. You can have the TV on to enjoy cleaning a little better. Put your favorite music on if you like music better than TV. But make sure that you have some type of white noise to enjoy the cleaning a little better instead of just being in your head, because that's boring. And also make sure that you go at your own pace. And when your body gets tired, try to go for a little longer, but when you're really tired, it's time to stop. And then try and continue the next day, even if you don't want to. If you have a harder time than most and you're not motivated, then try to make sure that you put a couple of hours per day into getting it done so you don't feel so stressed out that it will never get done. But I can tell you right now that once your room is clean and you feel really good about it because it's been cleaned, you'll really be motivated in itself. So good luck, guys, and I hope that this video really helped us all. Thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe.